Hi everyone, Aaron here for Zollotech, and recently I've been getting a lot of messages saying that the color temperature on the newest iPhones might be a little bit yellowish, and maybe some of the colors aren't accurate or people are concerned about buying them, and they've been pointing me to either different forums or they've just been commenting or emailing me directly. So I thought we'd take a look at Apple's current lineup and see how they compare with different whites on the display, maybe a couple other colors, and also compare them with some Android phones as well. So what we have here is the iPhone 8, the iPhone 8 Plus, the iPhone XR, the iPhone 11, the iPhone 11 Pro, and the iPhone 11 Pro Max. And this is the current offering from Apple if you were to go to their store or go to their website and buy something new. The XS, the XS Max, those phones are no longer sold new. Same with the iPhone X. You might be able to get them refurbished or left over at different stores, but this is Apple's current lineup. And so if you're familiar with Apple, you'll know that their OLED displays are manufactured by Samsung to their specifications. So Apple says, I want this spec of display, and they make that display. The same is true of their LCDs, but oftentimes LG was one of their LCD manufacturers and possibly some other companies as well. Now, before we take a look at white on all of these and black, and I also have red, blue, and gray, let's take a look at the settings. I'll show you that they're all the same. We have the brightness set to the same. So brightness is basically at the top of this screen mirroring line here. They're all the same. And then I also have all of the settings the same. So True Tone is currently turned off on all of them. You can see across all the different devices, True Tone is off, Night Shift is off, and so this should give us a pretty even playing field. And Apple is really known for their color balanced displays. They're usually pretty accurate, but let's take a look at a white background on here. So I'll go into Photos and put a white background. It's the same exact white background on every single one. All of the same wallpapers that I'm using were airdropped to one another, so that they're all identical. So here is the same wallpaper set on every single device. It's the exact same one, so you can see there is a color temperature difference. I would say that the 11 Pro and the 11 Pro Max have a little bit of a bluish tint to them. The 11 is a little more neutral or natural, and then the XR and the 8 Plus may be a little bit bluish, and again, the 8 is a little different as well. Now, if I bring in an Android phone such as the Pixel, this is the Pixel 4 XL, so let's expand this same wallpaper out. That's the color temperature of the Pixel 4 XL, so this holds true across different displays as well. And here's Samsung's own S10. So this is considered one of the best displays as well. This is an S10 Plus, and you can see the display here. Let's bring that wallpaper back out. So this gives you an idea that let's move these phones over just for a moment, because here are the OLED panels from all of these manufacturers. And you'll see the color temperatures are very different on all of them. So the Samsung may look a little blue-yellow to me. I'm not sure. It's hard to say. Some of the lighting in here may be a little bit difficult to see that as well. They're all set to about the same brightness as well. So the iPhones definitely have a different color look to them. And then if you were to turn on True Tone, it would change even more. So this gives you an idea that not all displays are created equally, and none of the Android phones have any of the display modifications turned on, and they're all set to stock. So nothing's changed, none of the blue light filters are on or anything else. So let's set the Android phones up here and slide in the iPhones and show you a couple other things. So if we bring in the next photo here, this is gray, and let's do the same. So now you can see the color gray is set on all of these. And I would say that, to me, the most accurate between different displays I've looked at are the 11 Pro and Pro Max. The 11 is the least accurate in my opinion, and then the 3 on the left are a little bit better, at least to my eyes in this light. Now you can see red set on all the displays. Now red is going to look a little bit different based on the camera you're using. Currently I'm using a Panasonic GH5, but on the iPhone 11 Pro Max and the 11 Pro, the colors are very, very similar to the others, maybe a little bit darker, but not too much different. In the camera, this may look a little bit more orange, but they look very similar in person. Now I have one final color, And as you can see, blue is set on all the displays. And again, this is all very similar. So the one that looks the most different, to me anyway, is white. So everything's set to white again, and I would say that the 11 Pro and Pro Max look excellent, and in most tests have been found to be very accurate. Now, if you have incredible color sensitivity, then maybe you'll see these color shifts. But in person, you're not going to see much. And again, if I go back home, that's really where, unless you have incredible vision, you're not going to see much of a difference. So some people may see it that are more sensitive to color, but others won't. Now, unfortunately, there's no way to easily calibrate the colors on an iPhone. That's where something like the Galaxy S10 that allows you to customize the color temperatures is really handy. Apple allows you to do this on their Macs. They could easily bring that into the iPhone, but currently under the settings, there's really not a way to do that. They try and calibrate it for you as far as white and trying to make white paper white. And you'll see now if I go into white, it's very different. It's going to change it a little bit more. So it just tries to make it more paper white depending on what you're doing. And for the most part, I don't think it's a big deal, but for others, it's going to be a huge deal. But there's always color temperature differences between phones, and that could be an iPhone 11 Pro Max and another iPhone 11 Pro Max. You may see a difference there. So just keep that in mind. I don't think it's that big of a deal, but wanted to do a quick comparison and show that to you. Let me know what you think about the different colors of the screens in the comments below. And if you'd like to get your hands on this wallpaper, of course, I'll link that for you as well. If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe. And if you enjoyed the video, please give it a like. As always, thanks for watching. This is Aaron. I'll see you next time.